Well, it's 3:30 and the sun is going down. I guess that's it. Hello?
Please hold. Seasonal depression will be with you shortly.
No. This season, hang up on the winter gloomies. It's hard, but come on. We're gonna do this. We can do this, come on.
Welcome to the first episode of Wintering with me. I've been feeling inspired to make a series of my favorite season in vlogs, just showing like life and why I love winter so much. I do love winter, but that is not to say that the time change and incoming darkness didn't hit me like a bunch of bricks. So if you struggle with the dark and the cold, here are some things I'm going to do to both prepare for and enjoy the season. First, we're going to make my home into a comfy den of hibernation. You know how expecting mothers like nest before they give birth? Well, we don't have a new birth to celebrate. Instead, we are attending the funeral of warmth and life itself. And for me, I want the coziest bear cave around to enjoy the nighttime lights, the festive decor, and those long winter nights. In the winter, I truly want my home to feel like a safe space, especially because I appreciate the coziness so much more when the snows are like buffeting against the glass. So I started with small things like making a collage above my desk. The sun is going down on, you know what, it hasn't even been a full day. Okay, but the sun's going down. Finished my little collage above my desk last night, which just makes me so happy. I wanted to go for a little bit more of like a wintry blues and whites kind of theme color palette. I wanted to make it a little bit darker, put some snowy things in there, so I thought I would just show you the finished product because a lot of these are from you guys. I think I'm gonna put something right here because I just feel like that is a little space that could do with covering up, but we have like one of the play ticket thingies that I got from Giselle. This postcard is from Carolyn. We have a Polaroid of Pookie Piastri. We have this, which I tore from like a Harry Potter book when I was a teenager. I recently got this little artwork piece in Arizona. This is a beautiful postcard from someone over in Tokyo. Thank you so much. I love hanging it on my wall. I think it's gorgeous. This one, oh my goodness, I want to get a frame from this, but this was given to me by a wonderful subscriber as well. It's Howl's Moving Castle. I've been obsessed with it ever since you gave it to me. So a picture from when Carolyn first came to visit me. This postcard I got from the cemetery in Rome where Shelley is buried, so that one means a lot to me. I have this piece of art that was also gifted to me by a subscriber of Evie, my dog, which also means a lot to me because she's not obviously with me, she's at my parents'. This little piece of, what is this called again? Diamond art that I did of mushrooms, some more postcards, which I just really like how it turned out. So I'm glad that above my desk is done. I've kind of just been taking every opportunity to try and like make things a little bit more special for myself and like celebrate things a little bit more. So like my whole wardrobe this month, I'm just trying to wear like every single piece of clothing that I own that is even like remotely festive, because it really does just brightens my day like that little bit more. And this winter I decided, especially because like it's honestly much colder in this apartment than my other ones, I think because of all the windows, that even when the heat is on, so much cold air gets into the apartment. I wanted to make a little bit of an investment in some like really kind of like higher quality pajamas. So I got one pair and these ones shipped to Arizona. I got these shipped there because these are from Print Fresh, and for some reason they didn't ship to Canada, which surprised me. So I took this opportunity. I was like, wait, I'm gonna be in the US. I do have technically an address I can send it to. So that's what I did. And I obviously picked them up when I was over there, and I haven't opened them yet. I was researching around, and I had actually seen this brand before, I think on Instagram, of a couple like book accounts that I follow wearing it or working with them. And I was like, okay, I kind of want to try them out myself. And then yeah, a lot of people from what I had seen online were recommending them as like really good, nice, high quality pajamas. So I narrowed it down to one pair. That's so fun. I'm wearing my bear shirt today, and this one also has polar bears on it. Here it is. Look at how cute. A little bit oversized, but here is the pattern. So we have the hare, the Arctic hare, if I'm not mistaken. We have the Arctic fox. We have what kind of owl is that? It's not the snowy owl. We have obviously the little polar bear cub, and then the ermine. So cute, and this is so soft. This package is from Hachette, I believe. I've opened it. They sent me a couple more books from Yen Press, which I'm just so scared every time I see these little light novels. It's the same author. It's the same author, always coming back to haunt me. Okay, the one that they sent is In a World of Lies. In a World of Lies, I Fell into an Unforgettable Love is the title. Always such a long title for these light novels. See, these are just devastating. Why does he write such devastating books? Like, the premise. In his second year of high school, Makoto learns he has only 12 months left to live. There's just one thing he wants to do before he goes: tell Tsubasa how he feels about her. Looks like it's very film inspired because they both join a film club, and like there's credits. Even after the credits roll, life goes on. Stop. This one is called Festival of Heresies. Journey into the dark depths of cult, family, and the paranormal. Thank you so much to Yen Press. Thank you so much. I am gonna try to find like a space for these. I think I'm just gonna sit down and clean the apartment tonight, because that's one thing about spending a lot more time in your home in the winter, I feel, is that like, first of all, it gets cluttered so much more easily. Second of all, like you just want it to feel so much more homey and clean when you're here all the time. So I think that's what I'm gonna try to do, because it has become a mess. What with like Christmas goings on, and like I've been getting obviously people presents, and like things are half open, things are half wrapped. And by wrapped, I mean just like in bags, because I don't own wrapping paper. So it's just a mess. The cat toys that I've bought recently, it's out of hand, okay? They are so spoiled. Next thing, winter warriors, and this is very important: lighting. We use so much more light in the winter over here, and we want to make it cozy. Turn that damn overhead light off right now. We get to choose which little suns inhabit our void of darkness, and this year I finally got some star twinkly lights for the bedroom, and these really remind me of Coraline. I feel like in past years I would be like, as soon as the sun goes down, I also go down. No! Cosplay as a vampire for all I care, but do not let the ball of fire in the sky dictate the end of your day. Seize the evening, torture the night, be a creature of darkness. A dark creature struck the sun one dreadful blow. The sun died, its fires went out. I read The Halloween Tree this autumn, and although it's clearly full of All Hallows fun, I deeply advise you to read it in the dead of winter. It speaks to our fear of the dark, of our deep ingrained terror that winter will never end, and ultimately to our sweetly simple fear of death, which is what the season promises. Ray Bradbury writes that only by night fires was the caveman, beast man, able at last to turn his thoughts on a spit and baste them with wonder. The sun died in the sky. Winter came on like a great white beast, shaking its fur, burying him. Would spring ever come back to the world? The sun be reborn next year or stay murdered? Egyptians asked it. Cavemen asked it 1,000,000 years before. Will the sun rise tomorrow morning? Halloween indeed. 1,000,000 years ago, in a cave in autumn, with ghosts inside heads, and the sun lost. Why do we hate winter so much? Some people don't, but most people that I meet really do. I don't think we're very good with endings or goodbyes, farewells, partings of any kind, letting go, loss, and certainly not any big, fat, dark holes where warmth and light used to abide. I could try to say that our grievances toward winter are deeply rooted in the Western world's discomfort and disavowment of death, but that is a thesis for another day. On a simpler physical level, the dark tires me the F out. I want sleep. I need sleep in the winter. When the sun goes down, I am sleep. So what are we gonna do about that? A few things. Number one, we can find an activity that gets us out of the house at the exact moment we want most to stay in. And this season it has been ballet for me, which has been amazing to get back into. Another thing that I do is obviously read. I'm a big reader. I read a lot, and I have been reading a lot more since the sun hath gone away. Although today she's with us. This is incredible. I feel like I haven't seen the sun for like weeks now. But she's here. She is here with us today. So I thought I would give you some reading updates. I'm reading a couple of books that are not like super festive, but one is definitely a little bit seasonal. So guys, I am halfway through Beartown by Frederick Bachman. I'm reading this for the World Tour Book Club, and lots of thoughts. I will say that Beartown was never a book that I really wanted to pick up myself, but nevertheless I put it on the poll for the book club. Everyone was really excited about it, and so yeah, I mean, I've been kind of flying through this. I will say that Bachman's writing is very easy to read and the story is super compelling. So here's kind of like a little bit of the, I guess, paradox is that I am pretty like hooked. I'm pretty hooked onto this book. I'm very into it. Like I said, it's very compelling. It's a little bit addictive, honestly. At the same time, there are so many aspects of his writing style that I dislike, and I'm not really attached to the characters in this book. This is a super character-driven novel is what I want to say. The cast of characters is absolutely huge in Beartown. Beartown is a small town in Sweden. It's a hockey town. Hockey towns scare me. Growing up with like kind of bordered by at least one very, very, very hockey town. Hockey towns scare me. And yeah, with good reason. I think Bachman does such a good job at delving into the culture of hockey and hockey teams, especially young boys teams, because Beartown follows a lot of the players on the junior team, the junior hockey team. So they're about like 17 years old. But like I said, this chronicles literally like almost every single person in the town. The town is fading, the town is dying, and all that they have left is hockey. So it's not just about the game and loving the game, but it's also a means to an economic end for them, because if they win the final, there is talk that like their town is going to be the site for new developments relating to hockey, and this is going to bring in a lot of jobs, potentially a shopping mall, stuff like that. So it's super important to them for so many different reasons, but the culture is so toxic. This is ultimately a very, what word do I want to use? It's a hard book to read. It's uncomfortable. Last night it was making me incredibly anxious because this is ultimately about a young girl who is left traumatized by events that go on in her town, of course related to the boys on the hockey team. It's just a hard read. It's a hard read all around. So what are my like more minuscule thoughts? His writing style, I think where he excels is in those character studies, and I think he's doing honestly a good job of balancing probably at least 20 characters at this point that he's like delving in and out of their lives. This has only so far taken place over literally a couple of days now. I think where I don't like it and where he falls short for me is that it's so dramatic. Sometimes his writing is just so trite, so dramatic, and it reads a little bit like a trailer for a movie, and it just kind of annoys me. And it'll be like these little snippets, right? These little like one sentence insertions to like prove the point of like the little character study he's just made or portrait of the town. And I'm like, I don't need this. It's dramatic. It's just like reads to me like kind of in like this kind of voice, you know what I mean? Like, this sport demands only one thing from you. You're all. He keeps asking like, what does hockey mean? And then it'll be like, it means everything. That's all. And I'm like, the story, it feels silly and I'm not a big fan. And it just, it's like, it's very much his style where he has like with these little as if to like prove the point that he's made, and I'm like, I don't like it. For example, like someone says in the preceding little vignette or character moment, the only thing that the sport gives us are moments, but what the hell is life, Peter, apart from moments? Which, fine, great, someone can say that. But then the narrator has to go and like insert his own little blip, being like, the best psychologist in town. A little bit too dramatic, a little bit too movie moment narrator, and I do not like them, and I think it's just kind of bad. I don't know what my final thoughts are gonna be on this one, because we're at the halfway mark now, and like the bad times are upon us, and they're happening. And I think it's really well done. Everything that is being discussed is just so important. I think it's really well portrayed. The lifestyle that is put upon these boys in the town to lead, but not only that, like everyone else in the town, like what they're going through, how they relate to the sport. I feel so much for all of the women in this novel, because the town is not a place for them, and Beartown is not a place that I would ever want to be. Like, yes, it's this gorgeous like place kind of in the middle of nowhere, in nature, in the cold, in the forest, but it is so hostile to its women that it's just so upsetting and uncomfortable to read about. And I think Bachman does a really good job at like painting this picture of a community that is falling apart because of the thing that holds them together, and it's just so well done. There's been a few quotes even that I've underlined when it comes to hockey, and I think the build-up honestly to the night of the incident in this book, I don't want to like spoil too much, but it is a little bit in the synopsis, but just the lead up and the build up and the tension, I think it's really, really well done. When the junior team coach stands in the locker room, he says just one word, win, and the juniors win. They've done nothing else for 10 years. It's just that he's no longer sure that's all a hockey team should consist of. Boys who never lose. Or like everyone in the town idolizes this group of boys to the point of like godhood, because everyone places all of their expectations, all of their hopes, all of their dreams, all of their disappointments on this young hockey team. The rush lifts him up, his endorphins are bubbling, and afterward he will remember thinking, how can anyone possibly experience this without thinking he's a god? However, the thing is, like I said, I don't really care about any of the people. I'm more in this for like the cultural study. It's just so heartbreaking and so upsetting. Like the hockey club's motto is, what is it? Community values culture. And throughout there's like this repeated motif that like culture is equally about what we encourage as what we permit. Yeah, I think Bachman is honestly doing like a pretty decent job of this whole study, and I'm interested to see where this goes. But I wish I was a little bit attached to more of the people in the town. If I had to pick a character that I was the most like invested in and actually like cared about, I would say Benji. Benji is probably the character that I care the most about. He is one of the hockey players on the junior team. He's kind of like the star of the team is this kid named Kevin, and Benji is kind of like his right-hand man. And then on the other hand, I really like Maya and Anna's friendship and just them, because I just really feel for them. They're both 15-year-old girls in a town that just is not a good place for them. On top of that, Maya's father, Peter, is the general manager of the hockey team, and Peter himself is kind of like a failed NHL star, I guess. And honestly, I do feel like Peter right now is the character, the GM, Maya's father. He's the person I'm just like the most disappointed in, because I feel like if I let Beartown, it will make my blood boil. It will make me so upset. Kind of like feelings akin to when I read like Game of Thrones or watched Game of Thrones. It's like that kind of like upsetness, anger, outrage, sadness, and I'm just like, I don't really want to feel these things right now. So I'm trying to like tap it down, which is probably not the best thing. I'm just so angry at Peter, and honestly, now that the book is kind of split in half with this major event that goes on, I'm just really honestly not looking forward to what is going to happen, because I know what's going to happen. I know what is going to happen when a young 15-year-old girl in a hockey town tries to come out and tell the public about what one of the star players did to her. I know exactly what is going to happen to her, and I'm just like, I don't want to read that. It is good. I just wish I cared a little bit more about the characters. I think there might be a little bit too much storytelling going on. For a little bit more of a fun time, because I started this next book last night and I was like, I need something else. I need like a before bed book. I don't want to read Beartown before bed. Before bedtime reading is a time for chill. It's a time to like mush my brain, and it's a time just to enjoy. Picked this one up on audio, actually, is the way that I'm listening to it, and that is The Dagger and the Flame by Catherine Doyle. I only got about 50 pages through this last night listening to it, but this the audiobook is narrated by this girl who I don't really know, but the male perspective is narrated by Freddie Carter, who plays Kaz in Shadow and Bone. So that is fun. I don't really know what's going on with this. It is fantasy. I think it's YA, but we're set in this city called Fantôme, which feels a little bit like a cross between London and Venice or something like that. There seems to be a lot of like rivers and canals in the city, but in this world, or at least in the city of Fantôme, there are two rival gangs. They are called the Cloaks and the Daggers. The rival gangs are the Cloaks and the Daggers. Ransom is our leading man, and he is in the Daggers. He's in the Dagger gang. Our girl, though, Seraphine, does not belong to either gang, actually. Her mother was a shade dealer. So in this world, there's like this magical substance called shade, and its effects on the body, or at least like its negative physical side effects, are very similar to like tobacco and like smoking a cigarette, because if you use too much of it, like your lungs are gonna go completely black and you're gonna die eventually at a pretty young age. So a little bit more severe, I guess, than tobacco. But what shade allows you to do is like magic. It's the magic in the world. So the Seraphine's mother was a shade dealer until she bites it in chapter 1. And Seraphine is obviously crushed, but she thinks that her mother was using shade, even though like you're not supposed to use it. It's kind of reserved for kind of the two gangs, and if you use it, they're gonna come after you. It turns out that her mother was murdered, and like her farmhouse goes up in flames. I think it was the Daggers who did it. And the thing with the two gangs is that like the Daggers kill people and the Daggers ingest the shade, so they're actually like consuming the substance in order to gain different powers of some sort. I'm a little bit foggy so far on what's actually going on with that. But the rival gang, the Cloaks, they do not consume shade at all. They actually only use it to in like the fabric of their clothing and stuff. And so they use it to steal and like be sneaky. And there's this rule, which I'm like, I don't even know how this works. I don't know how this is enacted. I don't even know who thought of this. But there is a rule between the two gangs that the people in the Cloaks are not allowed to murder or kill, and the people in the Daggers are not allowed to steal or, you know, do theft. And that is kind of how it works. And I'm like, I don't know who agreed to this. This seems stupid. I don't get it. I don't get why that's a thing, and I don't get who's upholding that. But like, if someone in the Cloaks like murders someone, that's not okay. But if someone in the Daggers steals something, that's also not okay. It just seems a little weird to me. Anyway, Seraphine runs away to the city, and there she like seeks refuge in the house of the Cloaks, because I think they can like give her a job and protect her or something if she joins them. So she joins the people who steal, and Ransom, of course, is on the side of the people who kill. I guess they're like both doing it for control over shade. I don't really know what the ultimate end goal is here with any of this, but I'm intrigued enough to keep reading. It's been good trying to kind of like stay off my phone more in the evenings and just spend time with a book instead. I really have been enjoying that, and that's something I want to keep doing. the first snow of the season, so you know what that means. We're going out there! I have a haul for you in the theme of treating myself. As you saw, the tree is set up, but it is currently bare of ornaments. This is a tree that actually comes with the lights already in it, which is really nice. So you don't have to put the lights in. They're already like built into the branches, I guess. So I did get some ornaments when I went to a Christmas market last month actually, and they've just been hanging out in this bag. My mom actually made me some ornaments, which was so nice of her. She dropped these off when she came to watch the cats. So these are really pretty. I don't know if you can see. She painted them, and then my mom got me these ornaments as well, which are little mushrooms. This one has hearts on it. I think they're so cute. So I'm gonna open these and put them on the tree too. Some little mushies. Thank you, Mom. These are now the ornaments that I got for myself. I don't know why this year, but I've been seeing them everywhere, and when I saw them at the Christmas market, I was like, okay, I need to get at least a couple. So I don't know if you guys have seen them, but they're the little mouse ornaments, and they are so flippin' cute. So this is the first one that I got. She is in her nightcap. I think this is the, not the Nightmare Before Christmas, what's it called? The Night Before Christmas. Oh my god. He's so cute. He is a little chef, like from Ratatouille. And he has a little loaf of bread or croissant or something. He's so cute. They had so many different ones of these, and I think I kind of want to get some more. My little mice. That's just so cute to me. And then also at the Christmas market, I picked up a couple more things. So I've been wanting to do more baking this year, and I've been saving a few recipes, like do a lot of Christmas baking. So gingerbread cookies are obviously on the list. And so I got some cookie cutters because I don't have any. These are my first cookie cutters that I own as an adult. Very exciting. So I got a little cat one, of course, very cute. And then I got a mousse. I got this candle that smells really good. Oh my gosh, this is so good. This is from the brand Aroma Botanical, and this is candy cane. Yeah, it's the candy cane wax candle. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. This is the mini one. Oh, I forgot about this one. At the bottom of the bag is actually another ornament that my mom made. It's a little resin star. Again, so pretty. I can't wait to decorate this tree. I got a candy cane mug. Look at how gorgeous. It's like stoneware-ish. But yeah, this is so beautiful. It's a much darker red in person actually than I think is showing up for you, but yeah, I just thought this was a nice big, really heavy, quite heavy mug. So this is going in the Christmas mug collection because I've lost a few mugs since moving here. Too cute. He's actually too cute. He is this huge penguin puffball, penguin snowball man with earmuffs. Oh my gosh. He's the cutest freaking thing. He's so cute. I actually love him. I love him so much. What should we name him? What should we name him? You know what? It's kind of weird because he kind of looks like the little penguin in this mug. Kind of looks suspiciously like this guy. But I got another clear glass. I really like the white handle, and then inside is the penguin. You guys have already seen the Christmas tea, or like Halloween, not Halloween, fall time autumnal Christmas tea that I picked out that I've been wanting to get. I've just been really getting back into the festive, like honestly just the festive spirit, like the spirit of the season. and just really wanting to like revel in it and enjoy it and like bask in that like very cozy, like snowy, wintry feeling. So I've just been doing everything possible, including drinking really yummy tea. So this one is just maple apple cider. This is the one from Stash. I have just a few like random things that I got. I have always not liked these hats, okay? I've always not liked this style of hat, but recently I've been kind of warming up to it. So when I went to the mall and I saw this one, where's this from? This is from RW & Co. I decided to get it because I think it's actually kind of cute. And then obviously I can wear it like this, which I feel like I kind of like this way a little bit better because it just where are the buttons? This is gonna be my like certified toboggan hat. And then I just have a couple more things to show you. Do you guys remember when I was cooking in one of the cooking segments in one of my last vlogs, and I was like, oh, I wish I had a cuter apron. I found the perfect Christmas baking apron. It's a festive apron with cats all over it. Yeah, look it. It just has a bunch of cats on it and it has pockets. I love that so much. So I have my festive apron. I cannot wait for our baking sessions together. I'm gonna light my little candy cane candle and then I am going to fill up the tree with my ornaments.
Strings of